Hey folks, Matt from Art of the Image. I've pretty much got the studio done here, so I just wanted to give you an update. I say pretty much because the studio for me is pretty much always a work in progress. So, the video you saw go live today, this morning, this is Sunday, March 19th, that was shot in the studio here with the green screen. So I just wanted to show you what the kind of final for now, setup is. I'm probably still gonna do some more tweaks and whatnot, but just wanted to give you a little tour. A lot of people always ask me, how do I do my green screen setup? So this will show you the new studio, how the green screen's set up, the lighting and everything. Let's have a quick look here. So over there, you could see is the Panasonic G85 on a tripod. And I'm gonna walk past the lights. We'll come back to those in a second. But there's the Panasonic G85 on my really sweet Benro video tripod. I love that thing. I'll put a link below, you could check it out. I did a video review on that as well. But this is the far end of the room at the 25-26 foot mark, so we're back there. And then at the far end you can see is the green screen. So if I pull this over here, you could see there's the G85 and we're shooting towards the length of the room with the green screen. Now as you can see here, I didn't need the full length. There's probably almost 5 or 6 feet between the wall over here and where the tripod and the camera are set up, which worked out really nice, and that was just where we were at for 75 millimeters. Now, if we come back over here, you could see I've got the new desk set up, and this is actually just an IKEA tabletop, brand new tabletop, so there's no scratches or anything in it. You could see my Neewer boom arm, scissor arm on there for the mic with the AT2020. You could see the Zoom H4n sitting there, and let's see here, I'll zoom in on it, no pun intended. But there is the Zoom H4, there is the AT2020 on the scissor mic, and that is, we zoom back out again here, that is the desk. And let me just swing around for you, doing this all handheld in full auto. There you could see the two lights, shop lights, hanging from the ceiling. And I want to come in close because I want to show you the mount that I did here. Hopefully I've got enough light. Let's go over to this other one because I think that light, there's a ceiling light there behind it, and it allows me to zoom in and show you what I've done. So I put a piece of 2x4 between the rafters there. You can see that's right between the rafters. And then I mounted another piece of 2x4 on the back side of the 1x6. So the shop light here, that's the length of the shop light hanging vertically, you can see that, has this 1x6 screwed into the back of it. And then on the back of the 1x6, I put a chunk of 2x4 and then drilled a hole through the two 2x4s, the one across the rafters there and the one on the back of the 1x6, and I put a carriage bolt through it. You can see right there, there's the bottom of the carriage bolt and the nut with a washer on it. So that basically allows us to swivel these lights however which way I want. They hang very securely from the ceiling there, and then I could swivel them back and forth. Let me see if I could show you this just for the video. So see there, I can move it, and I'm doing this one-handed while I'm shooting, and then I can swivel it back. So it allows it to pivot in any direction from these mounts. So I can get a full swing, full angle, whatever angle I want, and it works very nicely, more than strong enough to support that, and if I want to lock them in place, I can just tweak in on that bolt. So that's what I came up with to hang the lights vertically here. At the other location, at the old house, I had them on chains, and it was okay, but it was a little finicky because they could swing, and I just had them held in place for the angle using some gaffer's tape. So this, those lights there with that fixture, is a much more secure, much more versatile solution. They stay at the angle I set them at, and you can swing them around whatever you want and they'll stay there. It's really, I'm very pleased with myself for coming up with that very effective but inexpensive solution. Couple chunks of 2x4, the 1x6 on the back for the mount of the light, and a carriage bolt through it. All told, I used the 1x6s from tearing down that old shelving at the end of the room, and the 2x4 I had on hand, and the bolts maybe cost me a couple of bucks for both of them with washers and nuts and everything. Spinning around, so here we have the desk again. There's the Zoom and the AT2020. My chair that I sit in, and behind it there is the green screen. Now let me back up a little bit while I'm shooting this to show you the, there we go, the green screen on the wall. And you can see over there, I'm just going to zoom in from here and I'll walk up to it in a minute, but what you can see over there is the fabric steamer. And what I ended up getting was a used one at the local Salvation Army, and it cost me $15, which was fantastic. Because let me come down here and show you the green screen is, I don't know if you'll be able to tell from the way this is being shot or not. I don't want to get too close because I want you to see the screen. But look at that. You can see over here there's a little bit of wrinkles. It's not too bad, you can see. But basically it's pretty clear of wrinkles. It did a pretty darn good job of taking out all the wrinkles here. Now, I'm going to walk to the end closer to the green screen, and then I'm going to spin and show you up there in the ceiling. You can see here from we're at the green screen end. I'm standing in front of the green screen looking the other way. There's the desk, there's the shop lights, and if we go up here behind the desk, there's my hair lights. So they're clamp lights with steel reflectors, and they're just clamped into the rafters there. And then I've got them coming down at about 45-degree angles across me from behind in the chair. There it is. Well, where's my finger here? There it is up there. So you can see that. That's one of the hair lights from behind. What this serves to do is isolate. This was one of the tweaks I made at the old studio, and it helps to isolate me as a subject when you're putting the chroma key effect on. Essentially what it's doing is stopping any spill from behind off the green screen, any green light from bouncing back and hitting me, especially through hair or hair on your arms or things like that. And this cleans that up. So the software doesn't see green light, the light from these hair lights is clean. So it makes it easier for the software to key me. So that's my setup. It's working really well. I was very pleased with the video. Actually, the video this morning is well tweaked, but the one coming out tomorrow I think is even better tweaked. I've been playing with my recipe for the chroma key in Premiere Pro. The other thing I want to point out is these vertical lights that I just showed to you with the homemade mounts in the ceiling. I did switch those from T8 fluorescence to an LED T8 replacement. Let me show you those, hang on. Okay, so here they are. That is the box with the T8 replacement tubes. These are, as it says, LED tubes. These are made by Luminous, and these are 2200 lumens, I believe, a piece. 4000K is the color temperature. They're rated for 50,000 hours. They say that you could save $154, I think, per year per pack or something. And they've got a 45-year life. The other big thing what I really like is, look at this, durable plastic. So these are not glass tubes, they're plastic. So those cost me, I think they were $18.99. So pretty good deal. I got those at my local Costco, although they do have some really good ones on Amazon. I'll put the link below, you can check them out. I got them at Costco because I was there and they were handy, and $18.99, and that's Canadian, not US, is a really good price for two of them. And they're a good brand and well rated. So that's what's in the vertical hanging lights. That's these ones here. So those two vertical lights, which are lighting the table here where I sit. And not just the table, because those are also lighting the green screen. As you'll have noticed when I gave you the tour, the only lights in here are those two vertical hanging lights and the two hair lights. There's actually a couple of ceiling lights. I'll point those out to you. There's one over here just to the right of the door when you come in, and then there's another one hanging there behind that fluorescent T8 fixture. There's another one here behind, if you could see up in the rafter there, behind that hair light. But I don't use that one, it's not on right now. I have changed out the other two to LED A19, like normal household bulbs. So, that's the light setup. That's how we've got it set up. I do not have isolated lights on the green screen. I still have this additional pair of fluorescent fixtures here, and that's actually what this pack of LED bulbs was for, because I thought I was going to use those fixtures to light the green screen separately. As it turns out, it seems to be working just fine with the same way I had it lit at the other studio, and that is just with the two vertical shop lights in front of me, angled on 45s towards me. The light in the room between that and the hair lights seems to be more than enough to adequately light the green screen that I'm getting a good keying effect. I may play with that in the coming days and just see, maybe I will hang those two lights. Probably not vertically. I think I would try one horizontally from the ceiling and horizontally from the bottom and see if having it a little better lit makes a difference. It may screw everything up. That's okay, I can turn them off and I have the presets saved in Adobe Premiere Pro. But anyways, that's the new studio. That is how I'm getting the look you're seeing from this morning's video and from all subsequent videos. I'll let you know if I do any further tweaking or updates. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I will put a list of all the equipment I have in here that I've talked about, so you can check it all out on Amazon, see the best price and whatnot if you want to purchase it, if you're setting up your own green screen. Always a help if you use our Amazon affiliate links. We are an Amazon affiliate. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Again, leave any questions below if you have any questions about the setup or anything you want to comment on or any suggestions. Thanks again. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.